Well, welcome to the quiz, and my first quiz question is, where is Evgeny Miroshnichenko? Of course, I'm kidding, it's an opening overview for us, and today I think we can speak a little about the Italian opening, Italian defense. Once again, normally on the top level, after e4, e5, knight e3, knight c6, we all expect bishop b5, entering very Lopez, and there is a lot of theory. Most players prefer playing knight f6, leading to the Berlin, and well, some brave players still play a6, entering the normal Ruy Lopez. But looks like no one wants to play Berlin endgame, and let's say after bishop b5, knight f6, d3, bishop c5, very familiar position to all players who tend to play Italian. The only difference is that bishop is on b5 but on c4. And somehow it's not so easy to extract the advantages with this bishop on b5. So that's why it's a new fashion to play bishop c4. Also already on move 3. So there is a lot of theory, like knight f6, knight g5 is very sharp and interesting. You may find this attractive and look at it a little bit yourself. But we speak about the most, principal line for this tournament for normal classical Italian opening. So let's say bishop c5 here. Let's say castles, or what? Yeah, okay, just think. Castle, knight f6, d3. Okay, let's say d6, c3, a6. It's a good move, preparing our bishop to retreat to a7. So, sometimes while trying to play this without castle, they play, let's say, knight d2, then knight f1 and knight g3. But, it's not very clever, because the position is symmetrical and losing so many tempi when not castling allows opponent to play d5 at some point and, solve all the possible problems. So, after castles, let's see. Let me calculate all the tempi, so I won't be mistaken. Okay, I think this is the position. After a4, bishop a7, the new move, reasonably new move, instead of playing something like b4 or normal knight d2 and rook e1, is knight e3. It was played in 3 games at this tournament. So first one was Vichy, who beat Levon Aronian in this line. So then he played knight c2, bishop a3. And then Anish Giri played this himself against Hikaru Nakamura, and he quickly got a good position. It was played something like knight e7, I believe, knight c2, then, yes, I think c6, and some stuff like bishop e3. So the general idea that we win a tempo, normally we need a little bit more time to put our knight to e3. So let's imagine, what if we would play knight d2, then we should spend the tempo on rook e1, perhaps, knight f1, and only then bishop e3. But here we try to be more clever, more tricky, and we start with this move. And, well, this is reasonably a new idea, but as for me, it really reminds me of Berlin. By the way, today it was a new try in this position. Instead of playing normal knight c2, Vichy Anand against Anish Giri played bishop g5. And, after c6, I think black solved all his problems. Well, I'm not trying to criticize the bishop g5 move, but I really believe that the previous idea with knight c2 was slightly more flexible. Because now, normally when you play bishop g5, you don't want to take on f6. Or if you want to take, your knight should be placed on c3, for example, as we need it in 4 knights opening. But now, after knight c2, Giri simply castled short. And after knight h4, maybe this move is rather questionable. He managed to play d5, just, achieving something really nice in the center. And here Vichy realized that maybe he wasn't that correct, and he played knight f3. Well, the game is still going on, but I think in general we will face this Italian opening for really a long time. I hope it will be a nice try for you to outplay these Berlin players. So good luck in your games, and let's go back to our broadcast.